Welcome back to the collaboration for these beautiful dangle uh, charms that we've been making, Marcia and I. Remember that she does the even days and I do the odd days, and we'll each be doing 5. So there'll be a total of 10 different videos, and man, you should be able to get a lot of inspiration out of 10 videos of just coordinating different bangles and dangles and charms and different things that we can put on here to make life interesting. Now, Marcia gave you a whole list of ways to use these, and I want to add a couple things to that. These are beautiful hung on curtain swags. They just are pretty that way. Another way that teenagers can really use these is to hang them on their jean loops. What a beautiful way to pop a pair of jeans and make it a little something extra. And so they just open the little loop here and stick it on that loop of that jean, and what a wow factor that's going to be for fashion for these teenage girls. And it doesn't have to be teenage girls either. It can be grown-up ladies. So anyway, that's something that you can add to that list of ways to use it. And of course, another way, and I do believe she mentioned this, was add it to your gift wrapping package. When you do your final bow or whatever, slip this over the ribbon right where you're going to tie your bow so that it dangles in that focal point area, and they get a gift with a gift that way. Isn't that nice? Okay, we're going to talk about this one today. Now, this one is made a lot like the hexagon we made in the last one, in that I just took a piece of scrap fabric, and then I laid some different elements on it. I cut some little pieces off of some ribbon and trim, and just put it around a little green lace there, some white lace behind that, just little bits and pieces that had something on it. It didn't have to be anything that made sense, but just something on it to give it some interest, and sew that down. And this does not have tulle over it because it didn't need it, but if you have smaller pieces and you want to capture them, remember you can put tulle over it and then sew it all down. And then that behind that is a piece of batting behind this square piece or rectangular piece, and then behind that is the gold. Okay, and then the loop is sewn onto that. And then I just added some decorative yarn, looped it around and then cut it, and that makes a beautiful dangle here. Don't you think so? Now this one, sometimes you want something that's a little heavier, a little longer. This one is heavier and stiffer. It's because it has a paper backing. Instead of a batting, it has paper. It has a double layer of heavier cardstock. And I cut it just a little smaller than the fabric so that when I sewed around it, I'm not really sewing through all the paper. If your sewing machine will take the heavier duty paper and sew through it, then just go for it. It doesn't really matter. On the front, I put a piece of again, a piece of this gauzy brown tan fabric here, and then a piece of this which was cut off of well, actually it was a over blouse, but it was lacy like, and it had this pattern on it, and I put that on there. And then I added what really makes it work, and that is the fringe. Okay, 3 different pieces of fringe, and that really pops it. But also, like I said, it's stiffer and it works well. And you don't have to worry about using paper like that because you're not going to wash these. If they're on anything you're going to wash, like your pair of jeans, you're going to take it off before you wash it. And so they're just going to dangle on there like that. Let me show you one in practice. This is a piece that I had cut off of. I had a sample, and it had a paper strip at the top where it was attached to the sample book. So it was glued with paper on the back. A perfect thing to use because look at the beautiful design that's already on it. I really don't have to do much to make this work, okay? So I'm going to take this, and then I found this piece, a pretty woven fabric. I thought that'd be pretty, that'd make a pretty back piece for this, and I think it's just about big enough to make that work. Yep. All right. We're going to do that like that. Now, I'm going to take this to the machine and go ahead and sew this down around here and leave a little tuck here so that I can put my loop in a minute, but I'm going to get this attached. All right. Hang in there. Okay, we have the this sewn. Let's get some threads off of here and see where we're at. Let me get a sip of coffee here. I'd share with you, but I love my morning cup of coffee. All right, I only drink 1 cup a day, and it's in the morning, and I don't share. Isn't that awful? Okay, we've got this done. Now we're going to trim it, and we're going to leave a little bit on the outside. Again, we're as like framing this piece. Okay, not a lot, just a little will do. Yeah, makes a cool backside, doesn't it? Something interesting if it flips around to look at. Okay, now we're going to put a loop on this, and I haven't decided yet what I'm going to use here. Let me scrunch around and see if there's anything in here that I think I want to use. I can't remember. That's pretty cool. Nah, it's too big for that. Okay. No, don't see that. I might just use a piece of ribbon. Let's see what I've got here. I've got this piece of ribbon, and it's got some good color on it that would work, so I think I'm going to use that. And that would go down in there. Like that. Okay, that's easy enough, isn't it? If you've got some ribbons that you haven't used for anything and they've been hanging around for a long time, well, now's your chance to use them. Okay, but now we're gonna, it's pretty just like it is, but we need it to pop a little bit more, and we're gonna do the fringy thing. Now, my fringes I usually get by cutting them off of scarves, okay? I thrift scarves, and I have one particular thrift store that always has a huge variety, and they put them on for $3. But I go in once or twice a year, and I say, if I buy 30 of them, what will you give them to me for? Most of the time I get them for $1.50. Every once in a while I get them for $1. So for $1.50, you can afford to buy a bunch of scarves because for one thing, if you're upcycling those scarves, you're going to use them over and over and over. They're wonderful for flouncy, flowy little additions to any upcycled garment. And then the fringes are always useful. And so the ones that you're not going to use on a garment, well, chop them off and save them for little accessory pieces. All right, so we have the gold. And now we're going to do a pink. And we're going to put it right up over the top here so that it kind of covers where we're going to put that. And then I have this piece of decorative yarn, and it's pretty long here. I'm going to fold it in half. Okay, fold it in half again. And I'm going to take the closed end, the folded end down here, and I'm going to put it right in the center of that. Pull it up a little bit, because now I'm going to go sew this. Okay, I'm going to open this yellow up just a little bit, twist it around to the side. There you go. All right, now I'm going to sew this. Hang on. Okay, thank goodness for rolling chairs. Some of you probably already know that I'm not very mobile. I can't really walk without a walker, and standing up and moving around with my back is kind of painful, so that's why I don't do it much. I have my little sewing area here. It looks like a little cave because I've surrounded myself with everything within hand's reach, and wherever my little rolling chair will go. All right, how do you like that? I like that a lot. Okay, now you could always add more of a dangle. You could add beads or whatever you would want to, but I'm going to call that a done deal. Now the only thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to make sure that I clip the bottom of this yarn so that it does not catch. If you leave it looped and it happens to catch on something, then it will yank it. But this way everything is free and it won't do that. Okay, everything is sewn in and caught, so it's secure, and now it's ready to go. I think that's a cool one. That would look, oh, that looks so good on just anything. I mean, anything, really. It's just great. You want to add a touch of pizzazz, put some of these charms. These dangle charms are wonderful. All right, so there's a good example of two more kinds that you could make, just the small rectangular ones. Everything is scraps, and hunt up some fringe, and if you don't have any, go buy you some scarves at the thrift store, at the Goodwill, wherever you get them, the op shops. Cut the fringe off, and you get a lot of fringe when you, I mean, these are just tiny pieces of fringe, so it lasts a long time like that. All right, so let me know what you think, and don't forget to hop over and watch Marsha's videos, and I will be putting some of these that I'm finishing in my Etsy shop later, probably about a week after I get done with this collaboration series. I will be uploading some of these into the shop, so they will be for sale. Also, I want to remind you that you know, if you've noticed how I've changed my banner at the top of my YouTube channel, and it is advertising my new series of stitching books. I hope you'll check them out on Amazon. And the fourth one, I have 3 volumes out right now. Fourth one will be coming out the end of August or 1st of September. And then the 5th one in October. So the whole series is growing rapidly, and I have, in the first 3 books, there are some patterns that I sell on my Etsy shop, but starting with book 4 and on, none of the patterns in the books will be available in my Etsy shop. So they will be exclusive to the books. And you are going to find slow stitching, sewing, home decor, upcycling, pet upcycling, just all kinds of different things to keep you stitching and happy in what you're doing and challenging you. These books are full of pattern or maker guides. They are not traditional patterns. You don't get traditional precise templates and all of that. This is for people who like to create, who like to change, tweak, adapt, but they want something a guide to get them there. And so that's what these are. So check them out. And if you haven't checked them out on my Etsy shop, you might do that too. So all right, until our next video, you know how we stay happy here. We do it with scraps.